How's it going, everybody? Chad Gunn here, and today we're gonna have some more fun with affixing, but we're gonna do a bit more of a deep dive than we did last time. This time I wanted to try out an experiment where we're going to see how high we can get our maximum HP to go. We're going to be looking at a full unit set, a primary weapon, and what your class, subclass, race, and gender should be for this. I did a little bit of research on this, and I believe I've come up with what is the maximum HP you can reach in the game. If you can find a way that beats this, I would be impressed, even more so for someone to put this together. But, as usual, disclaimer, I don't expect anyone to do that to actually try to make this setup in-game, nor do you need to. This is for fun. Let's take a look at what it would take to have the most HP you could possibly get. So, after taking a look, the race you want is a male cast, which has the highest base HP. Assuming you have all title boosts, your goal is to be level 100 Hunter, 100 Etwal. If we take all the HP boosts of Hunter, as well as HP up of Etwal, no, I did not put anything else here in the skill simulator. They don't affect your HP. We come up with a max HP of 1316. Already that's just your class, no gears involved at this point. That's pretty good. That's the highest combination I could make of this, of race and class combination. Looking at the weapons, we'll start with that. We need an S5 augment slot for this to work. So I chose to look at swords specifically. The weapon you choose doesn't matter, but you need an S5 slot. So either your Gen, your Steel, or your Puros sword will work. Rivalate will also work. Anything with an S5 slot. Let's look at the affixes. Well, the reason we need that is Antithesis Cultivation, or in the global version, Augment Bloom, which doubles the effect of stat boosting augments on your weapon. So we take Grand Stamina, Stamina 6, Mark Griff, which I believe is Mark Grief in global, Guardian Soul, Lesser Stamina 5, EV Power HP, and Double or Gemini Reverie. I'm not sure where this EV Power HP one comes from. If you happen to know, feel free to comment down below what that is, but plus 60 HP. So you'll notice in the calculations, HP plus 505. That's a lot. The S5 doubles this number, and while if you were to make this and look at the weapon's stats in your inventory, this is what it would show. However, the game actually is calculating these as double because of the S5. So if you were to go look at your actual character stats, this 85 would actually be 170. Your range would be 107, which means we're actually getting from our weapon 1010 HP. So right now we've got 1316 from our class and 1010 from our weapon. You can see where this is getting crazy. This time, because we've got a lot to get through, I'm not going to look at what you would need to put together these specific affixes, because we've got a full unit set to go through as well. And I don't really want to encourage anybody or give anyone the impression that I think you need to do this. You don't. And somebody may tell me that there's a better way to do this. I know I had at least one comment on the Rivalate Gunblade video that some of these were a waste. While I disagree, I'm open to hear your thoughts on this, and if you can come up with a higher number than the 505 or 1010, let me know. So we went for our back unit first. We went with the Novel Full because it has a 180 HP boost. No other unit at 13 star has this, or no other unit period has this. We ignore its augment factor because it's melee based. And here are its affixes. It has HP up, which is they call it something else in global. I should have kept that up. Fortified Life Vessel. That's what it's called. Okay, so let's Fortified Life Vessel in Global. And a lot of these look the same as we just had with the weapon. Grand Stamina, Stamina 6, Mark Grief, Guardian Soul, and so on. Down to Gemini. Basically all the same affixes except for the S6. This gives us 545. Plus the 180 from the unit itself. The leg units we're going to use, the arm units we're going to use is the Klausnum. The Klaus unit, which at the moment you can only make one of, but it gives 220 HP. A bit more. And while it has an augment factor that does increase your HP, Mitra Glare, it does not give as much as our other affixes. Which has all the same ones as we had before, but with crack 5, because there's no S7 that just straight up increases your HP. At least not one that I could find. So this one will give us 555 in addition to the 220 we had before. The last thing we're going to look at, let's take a look at our leg unit, which will be Novel Mouse because 180 HP. Again, ignoring this because casting. HP up to, or fortified, hold on. Fortified Life Vessel 2 is our S class ability for that. And then Grand Stamina to Gemini Reverie. You noticing a pattern here? That gives us 565. So what you've been waiting for. The grand total, the maximum HP we get for all of this, 4,571 HP. So that's what I wanted to look at today. If you prefer in future editions of this series that I do go into how you affix these weapons and units in case you decide you actually want to try them out, let me know. If enough of you want me to do it, maybe I'll remake this video and add the affixes in, or add the process to affixing them in. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this series and want to see more of it, let me know. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't to see more PSO2 content. Yeah, that's all. It's 1:14 in the morning, and I'm gonna go edit this and go to bed. Bye, everybody.